I met people. We missed the convention. People were dressed up as Undertale characters and everything else. My brother was Phil. Error, he freaked out because we missed like 3 cons, but we still got to go to contests. I was freaking out because I had 16 costumes I had to go to wear to go to different places. It's about to end again, but I'm just telling you. And we left to go to somewhere else. I had to wear 6 costumes to that place, 7 costumes to another place, and wait in line for 9 people to stop. And that wasn't the funny part. It was that my brother dressed it up as Ink. We took everything to some places here and other places to others, and my brother screamed and said, "We missed 1 contest." I said, "True, we did, but the one thing we did miss was that we did miss how getting costumes on and working for something, and we had to go to a place that was unknown and wasn't even on the map." And people were saying, "Are you going to the Con convention? Because it's about to end." So we went, we rushed, we hurried, we fought the way through lines. We made it in time to be put up on there. I got second. My brother got third. Error, he almost got first place, so he tied with me. Phil, he got 5th. And then first place winner was someone that dressed it up like as Gino, and it looked pretty good. So people were telling me, "Good job, good place," and stuff. Well, Error was proud of himself, except for my brother and Phil. They kept screaming, "We failed, we need to start again, we need to get back up to the top." It was crazy when we were in that line. And every time we waited and waited, they just kept screaming, "We want out, we can't do this." And the contest was about to end, and then we were up. It was supposed to be doubles, like duos together, 2 people do it. Well, it was me and Error together. I dressed it up as Ink. Phil dressed it up as Sans, and my brother dressed it up as Papyrus. And after that, we got first, finally, me and Error. And Phil and my brother, they got last place for how bad their costumes were. So really, the lesson there was that they were the 2 that freaked out, and they were the ones that should have got last place anyway. They freaked out saying, "You guys won," and stuff, and other people were crowding us and saying, "Good, we're happy, you win this," and stuff. We got VIP. So did Phil and my brother. They screamed, "Well, at least we get food, and we get to go to contests early and stuff, and we get to go down elevators, get VIP room." And people said, "Oh, so is that what you guys are going to do the whole time we're here?" We stayed there for 2 weeks because there was a lot of contests and conventions there, and it wouldn't end till the 3rd week. Well, on Monday of the 3rd week, we were there. We stayed for a little bit, and I'm sorry if the other live stream was short. I think it was because of stores or something like that. Well, for some reason, every time we went, they would almost get like 3rd or 4th or something, and they would freak out. And other people would be like, "Are they okay?" And I would tell them, "Oh, that's usual. You should see when they're mad. Well, you should see when they're excited too." And while you're wondering why it's like that, it's loading. So the whole time we were there at the convention, just checking, the whole time we were there at the convention was the whole time they started screaming, convincing, and trying to get other people to vote for them. The whole time they were voting for me and Error, and my brother, but not that much. So Error said we should change up, and Error dressed it up as Phil. I dressed it up as whatever my brother wanted to, and they dressed it up as what we were going to. We still got it. We still got first place. They freaked out and noticed that it was supposed to be medieval theme, and they would actually win if they didn't do it. Well, the third week, Monday, the last day of the convention, Phil and them, they finally got first place. We got second. They screamed, "Oh my God, we did it." We got VIP to come back next year and come back and get free VIP stuff and everything, get free VIP room. Phil said we will come back and we will do that. Well, I'm really excited for the next time we go to the convention, to where we have to do this. And my brother freaked out every time he went to a convention. He said, "I'm not doing it," until it says, "Soon we'll be announcing the first place winner." And then he said, "I'm going to do it." And my brother freaked out and screamed that he wasn't making it to Big Tops. And every time we went to it, some points we actually failed, and we met a lot of people. Some people painted their faces. Phil got scared because of a lot of people were dressed up as Lust, and they said Lust Sands was most superior than a Phil. Well, Phil got mad and screamed and said, "I need to get a costume of Lust so I can join the crew." It was only till the next day when we got it for him. He said, "I'm going to join the crew," and everybody saw that they were wearing costumes of Fresh. And a lot of face paints were so cool. I actually got scared because a lot of people were saying, "My face paint is better than yours." And me and Error just said, "I'm going to as myself again." Error went as himself. People freaked out because he was wearing Error, and Error was wearing a big fat bow tie and said, "Yeah, look at me." And literally, we knew one of the people there, and Error said, "Oh, I see someone we know." I looked. I said, "Oh my God, it's Dream." And Dream just kept walking off with Nightmare. And Nightmare said, we missed almost every ice cream parlor that was open and stuff. We met up with them for a day. Then we didn't see them for the rest of the day. I think they left after that because they were looking for ice cream parlors that had extras. And every time we went to something like that, they freaked out and said, "Life hurts." So, yeah. And the reason why they said life hurts was that every time we met up with like someone we knew for a day or so, or 2 days actually, or so, they would freak out and say, "I can't wait to see him again." Error was happy to see Dream. Dream said, "I think the next day we're going to be gone." So, and we thought they were just joking with us, because I thought they were going to enter the contest where they did brothers with brothers and stuff like that, something like that. Well, they did go to that for like a few seconds, and then they left. They got announced, but then when they did, they got someone else to be in the first place winner spot and everything else. Well, I freaked out. I got scared. I waited for something else to happen. I was waiting in a big fat line to get to the snack bar. I was like, Error said, "I wish I wasn't in a line like this." I said, "Error, act natural. Act like you have a costume in it." And, well, yeah. Everything went awful the whole time. So the whole time we were just walking around. We haven't realized till we looked around and we saw, why is everybody wearing different costumes? And we looked. It said FNAF. We turned around, we saw Undertale. Then we turned to the left side of us. We had Overwatch on one side, and the other side of us were, I don't know what it was again, but yeah. And every time we walked around, we kept looking, and people said, "Are you in the wrong convention?" I said, "Sure I am, but I wouldn't miss out on the free FNAF stuff I would get out here." They said, "Okay." So we walked to the shirts and stuff. We got stuff. Everybody said, "You're in the wrong convention if you're wearing that." I said, "I can wear what I want to get to what I need." We wore it till we got out, and then other Undertale people said, "But you're not allowed in there. Security would have kicked you out." I said, "Oh, we're VIP. We're allowed to go anywhere." And they freaked out because VIP wasn't supposed to allow to walk around, but we did. We didn't get in trouble for it. We didn't even get kicked out of it. It just, and after that, people started, "You shouldn't have did that. You shouldn't have." But yeah. And the last thing we did before we left on that third week of the convention was that we went to the Doki Doki thing. Finally, Phil screamed, "We're going to do it." Before we went to the Undertale thing, before they had the last thing where they won, well, we went to the third thing. After we all dressed up. I was Yuri. Phil was Natsuki. Error was Monica. And my brother was Sayuri. We all went in. Everybody said, "You had nice costumes. I just don't see why you're like white. They're not white. And the other two are perfect." I said, Phil and Eric said, "We're white because we are white like this." They screamed, "Then why does your hands look like bones? Aren't you Undertale?" They said, "Oh, I'm under Phil." And Eric said, I'm Erictel." And they looked at us and said, "Okay," and they walked off. We got second, but we also got fourth, actually, because if Error and Phil wasn't like that, we would have got first place. They said, "You were perfect, all of you. Perfect poses and everything. Your Natsuki and Monica was pale white, and the other two were perfect." I said, "There's skeletons. They can't be that skin color." And they looked at us, and Eric said, "Do you want me to show you? I'm black, boneless." Everybody said, the people looked at us and said, "Oh," they said, "There's nothing wrong with you guys. It's just you're different colored." And then we got screamed at by so many people saying, "So you're really skeletons?" That's why we were there for the last day of the week. We stayed till people out. Oof, I'm sleepy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I did the chat. It wasn't so early. I'm sorry. Okay, wait, but the whole time we were there, that last day, people said, "Oh my god, there was real skeletons behind our midst." I said, "Phil, you shouldn't have said nothing there, you stupid." And then after we got out, that's how they got first place, was that they were picked for that. And we got second because they realized they let Error and me get first place. And they finally realized it. And yeah, it continued on until we left. And people said, "Can we get a picture with you guys?" They took a picture with us. So much pictures. We met so many friends. We met a fan, but he said, he looked at us, he said, "I'm a fan," and walked off. So I was scared, but it was fun. It was just scary, because every time we went up to someone, they asked, "Can I have a picture? Can I have a picture with you guys?" I looked and looked, and the people who were telling us that were behind us. I thought they were in front of us or beside us or something. We turned around, they just looked at us and said, "Oh, we're so sorry if we made a mistake talking to you." We said, No, we're not. You're allowed to talk to us. We're walking off and stuff. The time we left, the time people crowd around the car, and then Eric said, "Can I please get rid of them?" I said, "No." So when we left, we got home. Life was fine. Life was really great. Eric said, "I wanted to go back and meet fans and talk to them." I told her, "That's the reason." I told him no. And after I told him no, Eric looked at me and said, "Are you sure? I want to meet fans. I want to meet friends and family." And then I told Eric, "That's not family." But the whole time we were there, the whole time I got bored, scared, and lonely. Because everybody kept running off which way and that. But, yeah. It was weird going to the contest every time we saw someone. Just don't know why. The convention was weird, scary, and I went to other places. So, yeah. This is the end of this live stream, because all I wanted to tell you guys was when I went to GiftCon and why it says on Phil's channel why he says I'm going to GiftCon as Doki Doki. We never went to Doki Doki till the last time. We each got the same little boxes you get that comes with their poems of Natsuki, Yuri, and stuff. We each got all 4 of them. 1 Natsuki left, and 0 Monica. 1, 2 Sayori, and 4 Yuri. Well, it was weird. So, yeah. If you want to me, this is the best time to tell you that. I will be starting a series of Minecraft, because that's not popular to everybody now. Instead of Gacha Life and the rest, I'm going to start a series of Minecraft now. And show you guys how cringy I am. I am good with the controller on Minecraft. I'm not good with phone. That's why I'm bad at drawing and animating and editing stuff. So, yeah. Bye, my Doki Dokis, and I will see you guys soon and later and stuff. Whatever you want to say. Bye. Hold on, one more thing. Okay. Bye, my Natsuki, my Doki Dokis.